Hi, I'm John Jacobs, proud business manager of the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local Union 494. In recent months, we have had members pass away at far too young of an age. As a result, we've received questions pertaining to the electrical construction industry, ECI, pension plan, sometimes referred to as the local pension. The most common questions are, what happens to the vested pension benefits a member has earned but passes away before collecting? Does the spouse or children receive any payments? To find the answer, it always starts with calling the ECI plan office. They are the experts. If you want to read ahead before making the call, go to the ECI Plans website, eciplans.com, and select the Pension Plan tab. Once there, the bottom half of the page contains frequently asked questions, and one of them states, are there survivor benefits before retirement? The answer can be found on page 23 of the Pension Summary Plan Description, the SPD, and it states, are there any survivor benefits if an employee dies before going on pension? Yes, there are three types of survivor benefits: surviving spouse benefit, no surviving spouse benefit, and on-the-job death benefit. Surviving spouse benefit. There are survivor benefits for a surviving spouse of an employee who dies before pension benefits begin, provided that the employee was vested as defined in the SPD before he or she stopped working for a contributing employer, the employee was employed in covered employment and earned at least 1 hour of service after May 31st, 1976, the employee dies on or after August 23rd, 1984, and before he/she begins to receive pension benefits from the plan, and the employee is survived by a spouse to whom he/she has been married for the full year immediately preceding his or her death. No surviving spouse benefit. There are survivor benefits if the eligible employee had no surviving spouse, or if they had not been married for the full year preceding his or her death, provided that the employee completed 5 or more years of vesting service and had at least 375 hours of service after June 1st, 1990, or had accumulated 15 or more years of benefit credit, or was eligible for the normal pension as defined by the SPD, and the employee died on or after June 1st, 1980, and either before his or her last day of employment or after his or her last day of employment, but before he or she had begun to receive pension benefits from the plan. On the job death benefit. The plan provides a death benefit for an employee who dies as a direct result of an injury sustained while on the job for a contributing employer, and such death occurs within 180 days after the date of the injury. There are no survivor benefits payable under the plan for an employee who dies without a surviving spouse or without a child or children who are less than 19 years of age. The SPD gets into greater detail for each type about how much the payment would be, when it would start, when it would end, etc. Too much for today's video, but you get the point. There are survivor benefits if an employee dies before going on pension. Keep in mind, this is only one benefit describing a particular situation. As with any of the benefits, please contact the respective office if you have any questions. They are the experts. Be safe out there. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you the next time.